Good evening, the Sabbatic people. It's been a while. It's been a while. Yeah. It's been a while. Uh, Everything is alright. Everything is alright. Yeah, it just come across my mind to speak about this day we are in. I just want I have a few words, you know, to say here. And my title, I give it a title called "Now That We Know." Now that we know, now that we know, the percentage of black people, the percentage of the Sharia laws awakening from this psychosis, that's been put upon us spiritually, especially, and in every manner, it's getting higher every day. So people are getting to know that the Sabbath is the day of the Lord, because that's very important. We are Sabbatic people. So it's like, now that we know all these things, that the law of God is supreme and we have to obey, that the book is ours and our nation is the nation of the Most High. Now that we know, should we now continue to celebrate the other days that we used to celebrate, namely the Easter, the Christmases and the Valentines and the days and the other ones, should we go to continue to celebrate them now that we know that, we should actually go to Exodus 20 verse 8 that tells us to remember to keep the Sabbath holy. So, and we know actually that Christ, while he walked the face of the earth, he actually kept those days as well. The feast of unleavened bread, the feast of the Passover. He is our Passover. He was our Passover. You know, it was put down on that Passover. To be that day, to be that connotation. To shed his blood for us on that Passover. So it becomes our lamb of Passover. That's actually very important for us as the children of the Most High. So now that we know these days, I will continue to go against them and to celebrate, because there's consequences, because if Christ did go, if Christ actually celebrated those days, they are very, very important, because otherwise it might be, something else. We had it throughout records, especially the ones written to Moshe, Moses, concerning that the children will wander away from the ways of the Most High, and we'll be celebrating days that are not actually the feast of the Most High. So I want to encourage you to think about this. It's Friday evening, and actually, I know a lot of churches, Israelite churches, the awakening churches, I will call them, actually doing Passover now. I think last Sabbath, the first Sabbath, the first weekend of March is our actual, according to facts, our actual New Year, and not December. The first weekend in March. Okay, and 14 days after you have the Passover. So it's actually the week one after Passover as we speak. This is the 25th of March, 2022. May the Most High bless us and continue to awaken us, and so that we have the promises of our fathers to us. So we continue, and he says, and then he says, why is it so important? Yeah, why is it so important that we connect to these days, meaning this feast that we actually talked about now, the Feast of the Most High? If we go in Leviticus 23 verse 2, we understand there that the Most High commanded that these are his own feast. So he didn't choose other dates. He choose those dates for purpose, because the purpose passed his own desire, and that's it. So we have to follow them, and because that's what our God is asking of us. So if we have to follow him, we have to obey him. We're not asking questions about that. We're not saying this why and what and there are reasons actually that he gave to our fathers, that we should continue to commemorate them. We have to just search for this wonderful truths, So and then because there are reasons also, if we don't continue in this love and disobedience, there is this other guy who's making an attempt non-stop striking to actually bring us to his own side, to continue to make us part of his own construct, and that is actually a Tony, that's deceiver, because his construct can be seen in Isaiah 14, 12 to 14, where he actually boasts of himself, but he's a liar, because he's the guy that fooled himself, knowing if he's fooling himself, and he continues to do so. But that's more dangerous, because why? The people who don't understand what's going on will believe in it, because only him knows that he is gonna fail, but the other ones believe that he is gonna pass. So the basis of the belief of the other people, there's no basis, there's no foundation, it's on lies. So that's it. May the Most High bless us, because his love is indeed the truth, for us. So that's it. Have a wonderful Sabbath, and continue the feast, and watch out for all what is going on, and pray, and the Most High will give us power from above, as promised, to go through and be part of His forever. So we continue to celebrate with Him from Sabbath to Sabbath. Praise ye the ELOHIM. Oyin Ola le Elu Oyo